Hey everybody, and welcome to Day 5 of the Final Fantasy Tactics Colosseum AI Tournament League for March. We've got 6 winners bracket matches today. On to the real content. First up, we have Fig 1 versus Ludo 1. Tricks of the Trade versus There's No Place Like Home.
Quite a few very good matches today. I am looking forward to several of these.
Usually the winner's bracket goes that way, although sometimes you get somebody knocked into losers early that really deserves to be up towards the top. Looking at you, Kjata. But anyways, for Fig's Tricks of the Trade, we have Diplomat the Mind Flare. Mind control working properly this time, I promise. Geologist the Spellblade. Counterflood and Overflow. Dr. Oracle with Muskrod and Auto Potion and Magic Defend up. And Dominatrix the Monk with a bag and dances, along with HP Restore and Heavy Armor. On the other side, for Ludo, we have Squid Service the Ninja with MP Switch Guts and Item and Mage Masher. That is a very difficult to kill ninja. Test Disc the Priest. Singing, Weapon Guard, and Armor. Tree the Trent. And God, this friggin' unit. Just the absurdity of this Spellblade will have to be fixed, probably.
Absolutely. Huge damage coming out from her.
And durability that much belies the damage output. So, good catch. You found the trick. This is why we run these, so that I can find them and deal with them. So, good job. It's like I said. If you think you found something broken, use it, win the tournament, prove it. We go to large map 106 to begin. I do love, though, how sometimes we find, like, a big unit and the team doesn't quite make it because of other issues, but, like, it still helps me find the unit problems.
We're helping. Alright, some interesting terrain here. Definitely we've seen last month trees on this map have just a little bit of a struggle, but I mean quite a few units do. Anything with low move, low jump here is gonna have some issues with these gaps.
Trees are just such an interesting unit in general because when they work, they are extremely powerful, but sometimes you just get maps like this where, well, they don't.
Right, first offensive action of the match. Shuriken does miss, and here comes a magic song to get some extra MA coming out on the tree and the Spellblade. Local Quake for 112, good damage to the ninja, but it is still pretty healthy. Does have that re-raise on it as well.
Ooh. Double on everyone but the ninja.
Oh, and the ninja does get Don't Acted. Unfortunate. An Aqua Lung on her is going to drop her to near fatal, but with that Don't Act, she was going to hightail it regardless.
The Don't Act is especially important because it means the MP switch won't ever be triggering.
Monk is going to move up and finish her off before the Rejuve goes off, so the Rejuve is going to heal that Monk. Not that it needed it.
Bagwhack getting the worst roll and still killing.
Ninja does get back up, power sources herself, and she is going to bail run way back into the back there. Tree gets up front, a leaf dance onto the Monk. 150, not bad damage at all. Ooh, but a mind control on the tree, that's a charm. That could make a big difference here. Secret Fist onto the charmed tree, an interesting choice.
Well, figure the charm wears off in 3 turns, and you've gotten your use out of it. Why give it back to the enemy team?
An absolutely brutal blizzard there. Does kill herself, but also 2 other units. 112 hits the MP, but does get a confusion proc on the ninja. Aqualung going to break her out of the confusion, but also put her in near fatal. Tree is going to do something about that, though, and does heal that MP too, so can get another MP switch. Rodwhack for just 50, not a ton, and Mjolnir is going to take the Oracle down in return. Ninja going to get a chance to move up and Phoenix down the Priest.
I believe the Rodwhack has a charm proc on it.
Local Quake again hits the MP switch. Going to eat that Aqualung there, though, that is going to drop her to...
That was a Guts.
To 1 HP from the Guts, yeah. She's going to move back, going to throw a Shuriken, but Counterflood takes her out before the Rejuve can hit her. A huge Blessing of Nature hits the Priest, the Spellblade, and of course the tree itself. Here comes the Rejuve, is going to heal the Priest up, and there's a big Blizzard coming out. That is going to kill, so it is just the Spellblade versus 3.
Although soon to be 2, that tree is not surviving the turn.
Actually, it's a Despair 2, so it does wipe the buffs from the Spellblade. Tree goes down, but the ninja is back up, and here is a Mjolnir coming out that I do believe kills. It sure does. That is a pretty handy win for Ludo.
Small map 41 next. Maybe the Scourge of that Spellblade will be seen to more rapidly on a smaller map.
Alright, Ninja gonna move out front, get the 2 swings, does eat a big chunk of MP from that Oracle. Demon Fire in return gets 2 sleep procs. That is absolutely huge.
Taking that Spellblade down before she gets an action is... and it's just enormous.
Ninja's MP switch does eat that Aqualung for 180. Here comes a spell coming out. Looks like it was a Paralyze, I believe. Paralyze on 3. We've got 1 hit. 2 hits. 1 on a sleeping unit, but now the priests don't act it as well.
It was basically always gonna land on the Spellblade because of having faith.
Demon Fire and the MP switch eats it again. A tiny bag whack. Ninja's still plenty healthy, but that Aqualung is going to see to that. She does go down. Ludo's team is in a rough spot here. Ninja going to power source herself. That is going to make a pretty big difference here. Full HP, full MP. That Oracle is out of MP, speaking of. 75 Rod Whack to the Priest. He is still pretty healthy. Another Demon Fire coming through. Hits the MP yet again, and no Sleep Proc this time. Shuriken can hit the entire room, but apparently cannot hit that Oracle. And a Time Blast onto the friendly Spellblade there, gets the haste. Priest cheating just a little bit there. Demon Fire gets a sleep proc, so the ninja is out of commission right now too.
Those Demon Fires are really doing work.
Lands a Petrify on the Priest. You know, I do kind of wish it petrified them in their singing pose, but I get that it doesn't. Totally fine. The Priest is out of it right now. This ninja is about to go down with no re-raise on her and 2 sleeping units. Things looking real bad here. A death sentence on the sleeping tree.
Is that a petrify coming in on the spellblade?
Another demon fire on the spellblade does get the sleep proc, or the sleep proc. Don't act on both. This is just bullying.
Oof. Shows the power of status if you don't have a way around it.
Absolutely. Everybody just kind of hanging out, waiting for the tree's death to tick down here.
Which it won't until it wakes up. No one has informed the tree that re-raise will not save it.
It's doing what it can, but what it can do isn't a lot. Squid is just running around throwing those guaranteed hastes on everybody. Rest of the team is just hanging out. How come all the books in this game are so big?
Diorama. Fig 1 takes game 2, bringing us to a game 3. On map 1. I don't know if we've seen this one yet. No, we have. Or maybe I just have. I use this map for testing all the time.
I don't think we've seen it.
I think we saw it once.
Alright, a counter flood coming out onto the ninja. No procs or anything there. Here comes a water ball onto her. Oh, and gets the frog proc. Tough break for the ninja. Aqualung is going to kill.
She's going to stand back up, but I think will actually still be a frog because of re-raise. I might have to fix that. I don't know.
But here comes a huge blizzard that is going to kill, of course.
Yeah, re-raise.
Yep, re-raise. Wow, does bring her back up as a frog.
I know exactly how to fix that. It's just a question of if I want to or not.
Yeah, re-raise is a fairly strong status effect, so a case could be made to keep it that way. Mind Control gets the charm on the Priest. Priest is going to start singing for the other team now.
Is that how that works? I guess it is.
Yep. Yeah, I lost a match a couple months ago from that.
Oof.
Ooh, yikes.
Well, this isn't going great for me. I was hoping Ludo would win, so I don't have to, like, code this and redo the match, but it looks like I'm going to have to redo the match. I think I'm going to just roll it into a different medium map, 44, where we don't have to worry about frogs. Frog didn't get cured when re-raise went off. I hadn't considered that edge case. And Ludo being stuck with a frog instead of a ninja there is pretty detrimental. If he won, I could just be like, it didn't matter, but you were very clearly winning.
Right, that carved model does hit the MP, no proc. There's a haste from the squid onto the oracle. Priest is going to go ahead and sing here.
And yeah, I'll have that fixed up like tonight. It's actually a pretty easy fix. I know exactly where re-raise is processed, so...
2 hits on the oracle, a little bit of damage, and does eat her MP as well. The monk does opt to dance. Hell Ivy on 2, no status procs. Here comes the magic song, is going to make the team do just a little more damage. Aqualung takes the ninja down, no guts proc that time. She does still have her re-raise, and that's going to be a heal coming out for after she stands, I believe. Leaf Dance onto the Oracle, 100 damage, but does auto potion all but 10 of it back. And the Priest is petrified, but I do believe that Oracle is going to go down right after. Yep, there is an explosion. It absolutely kills. Here comes the Nameless Dance. That could make a big difference. A slow and a silence on the tree doesn't do a lot, but the slow on the ninja certainly is going to hurt.
Hell Ivy does not get the stop proc, and that dangerous Spellblade is still active.
No status landed there. That was a don't move on the tree, which is rough. Tree is stuck sitting there. No actions to be taken. I think that's a death spell, I think?
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask. Sure is.
That is a hefty death spell.
Especially because of the sturdy that it imparts on the Spellblade.
Hell Ivy does kill the Spellblade, but the Priest is right there to be able to raise her. Will likely do that with his turn if I had to guess. Monk is going to move all the way down there with the Nameless Dance. Aqualung hitting the Ninja's MP, so it does still get an action. Once it actually gets it, Ninja is, of course, slow.
And there's the expected revive being charged.
Ooh, the Hell Ivy gets the stop and stops the cast.
Just when the sturdy wore off, too. It was like that clock tick.
Ninja still is going to throw a shuriken at a valid target. Counterflood heals her. Aqualung is going to drop her to near fatal, but she is also going to get broken out of the confuse. A slow on the ninja again, keeping her nice and slow, so she may not get the chance to power source herself.
It was a guts on the ninja, because Aqualung is 180 and she took 170.
Mind control on the stopped Priest does not land, but things looking a little rough here. Priest does get unstopped and is going to try and finish casting that spell.
Doesn't get stopped this time. And we've seen what this Spellblade can do. This might be able to turn it around.
Absolutely, especially with a big heal there, so everybody is nice and healthy. Nameless Dance, are we going to get any rough procs? Don't move on the tree again, not ideal, but everybody is already pretty healthy, and that will almost certainly kill.
Got one, but the Spellblade's mantle saved her. I assume she has a mantle.
Confusion on the tree, but that's not going to do a ton.
Yup, leather mantle for 40 spell evade. Really paying dividends, that mantle.
No stop procs that time. Life coming through on the ninja, so ninja's going to get a chance to do something here. Gets their turn immediately. He's going to move up and Magic Shuriken that Spellblade. So Spellblade is very low. Opting to, I believe, Death Spell the tree rather than get a kill here, but that's all right.
That's a lot of statuses that got knocked off.
Ooh, blocks the Shuriken.
The evade on that Spellblade is doing so much work.
Blessing of Nature shall protect and re-raise. The Spellblade is plenty protected here. Tree taking advantage of its turn. Oh, but a confusion.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Cyclone on the friendly tree, but not gonna do a lot. Tree, of course, does have that magic damage, or magic defense up, rather. Wipes out the Protect Shell re-raise. Seeing a lot of dispelling this game. Magic Spirit onto 2. Ninja is gonna get a chance to Power Source herself, bring herself up from 1 HP. The Poison does hit the MP switch.
A lot of that dispelling is dealing with the little residuals from nameless dances.
Carved model, no procs there, and the Ninja is still out of Near Fatal. 340 onto the Spellblade is going to kill as long as it lands.
But only a 60% shot of it. But you gotta hit one eventually.
Rejuve on the Ninja, going to top her off, and it is just that Monk, and not sure a Nameless Monk is going to be able to stop 4 units here. Although she's trying her best.
She's too far out of position to use Revive, so I'm skeptical that there's any turnaround waiting. Elaborate, Ludo.
Another Shuriken into the Monk. The Monk very tanky, 420 HP, but it is just a matter of time. 116 HP left, so one more good hit will do it.
I mean, turn what around? You were losing the previous match because of a bug, not because of anything inherent to the teams.
This Monk is admittedly trying to do her best.
Well, there's a pair of don't moves on the 2 people that could be damaging her. Oh wait, shurikens exist.
That will do it. That is 2-1 for Ludo.
Yeah, I mean, my thinking on it was mostly I didn't envision this circumstance as happening. It didn't occur to me when I said Frog does not persist through death. So, like, had I thought of it, I would have fixed it already. But then I was like, when it was live, I was like, well, do I care enough about it? Is this something that I think needs to be for the future? But I mean, it needs to be at least for this month because I said that's how it would work. So, that makes sense? Anyways, next match we go to Kjata 2 versus Aura 2. The Tryhards versus Extreme Insanity. There's some deep irony into you saying that, Ludo. Both of your spell blades were real scary. Yeah, there's a lot of spell blades this month. It's almost like people figured it out. Uh, for Kjata, we have Ragavan the Ninja with Dragon Spirit and Guts and an Angel Ring. Brainstorm the Spellblade. Yeah, it's basically very similar to Figs, but with a diamond armlet instead of a leather mantle. Yeah. Good luck, Ludo won, but yeah, I don't know about all that. Anyways, Teferi the Lancer with 2 swords for double punches, as well as start haste. Yes, this is a very interesting Lancer build. He gonna do a lot of punching. And Emrakul the Summoner with Summon Magic, Time Magic, and Arrow Guard. Short charge as well. On the other side, Return to the 36 Chambers. Or no, wait, excuse me. That's next match. On the other side, Extreme Insanity. Uh, Ara's Drop a Draco with Dragon Rod and Red Shoes. No Earth for You, the renamed Mediator, featuring a stone gun that does not do Earth Elemental damage, and Sicken Encounter. Bright Death the Oracle with White Magic Regenerator and an Aegis Shield for that magic defense. And Terminal Velocity the Ninja. Attack up, Hamido, and 15 whole speed. We go to 50 to start.
15 speed, of course, the very fastest you can go with our current setup, not counting haste, of course.
Big old obstacles. One of the reasons why teleport and fly are not great.
Speaking of haste, but only lands on 2, does not hit all the members. Here comes another haste 2 from the other team, and it's going to hit 3.
It is likely the case that they didn't land on the neutral compat member of their triangle. Although in Ara's case, he probably just didn't do Zodiacs at all and just, you know, it's whatever the team builder rolled.
Guards the fireball. Here comes a Rejuve onto the friendly Spellblade and Ninja and the Oracle.
Let us see. So Libra is good with Pisces and Aquarius. And that is a Leo, an Aries, and where's the last member? And a Sagittarius. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius is a trio. So the Libra then is... Alright, so it is best or worst with Aries. Which one's the Aries? So yeah, best compatibility with the Oracle, and those 3 are all good. Which one's the Haster?
The Ninja's the haste.
Oh, so the ninja has best with the Oracle and neutral with the other two. That's why there were misses.
Alright, Ninja re-raises, does defy pain herself, back up to nearly full. Here comes Spellblade, 168, a decent bonk. Takes 88 in return from the counterflood. Oh, but the berserking unit does get stopped. Gets more than stopped. She goes down along with the ninja. It is a 2-on-4. Oracle is going to start charging a raise on the ninja. Is she going to get it off?
What's that summoner casting? Oh.
Another haste 2, but it does nothing. Full life coming through on the ninja. .196, the big gunshot coming through, of course. When a Hamido onto the Lancer, Ara's team doing its best to keep itself in the game here. Another Hamido from the ninja.
Yeah, sometimes your team just walks face first into double Hamido.
And a lightning ball drops that Lancer.
Weakness to the start haste, I guess.
When Odin does drop the Lancer, does not hit the other hit of it there. Oracle did evade that. Oh, a shot onto the ninja, but the ninja does guts it and then gets the dragon spirit.
I gotta say, I'm really happy with Guts. Like, it
Agreed,
triggers...
another guts!
It just triggers just the right amount of the time to be, like, creating cool moments, but isn't so powerful as to determine all the matches that they come with.
Ooh, eats the counter! Can't guts the counter. A Hell Ivy onto the Berserk Spellblade. She is moving again, of course. Is she gonna get a chance to do much? She is gonna move over and bonk for 216. It is a 4-on-1 right now. Or correction, now it's a 4-on-1. Make that a 4-on-2. The ninja does stand back up and defy pain herself.
I think it's a 3-on... or no. Is it a 3-on-3? I don't know what anything is anymore.
Nope, it is a 4-on-2. The Lancer can stand back up. It is, of course, undead. Counterflood stops the Spellblade again. And a Shuriken from up top, but it is, oh, power source. Did think she was going to take a chance to shoot, but did not.
Bonk.
Holy is enough to kill the Spellblade. So it is, again, a 4-on-1, but the Lancer could stand up at any moment here.
Body blocking the Spellblade.
That's rough. Holy gonna put the Spellblade back down again. Ninja moving so you can get a free line of sight on the ninja, but does mean that it's also going to take some hits there. Lancer is just refusing to stand up. And that will finish the match. Or the game, rather. First game of the match goes to Ara.
Somehow. Yeah, Kjata has just never been a fan of the large map. So, small map may be more to his favor. 104, let's find out. It is one of the smaller ones.
Yep, definitely one of the smallest maps we have in the roster. Everybody's starting just about on top of each other. Opening with the Demon Fire does get the sleep proc onto the Ninja, but a Regenerator on the Oracle going to keep her in it just a little bit longer unless... Yep, one hit does block the other one, so she's still in it. Shuriken might take her down here.
Sure
And it does. Berserk Spellblade with 216 eats a counter throw for just 30, but it does knock her back. And that's a big cast coming out from the Summoner. Spellblade to go ahead and Kami Itachi. Two hits, but the Spellblade is still not even in near fatal. And that's gonna do it. A very, very fast win for Kjata there over Aura, so it is 1-1.
So yeah, Kjata once again showing his affinity for small maps. We go to 35. Which one will it be? Closer to big or closer to small? Uh-oh, Mustadio's gonna die on turn 1.
You know, as a kid, when, of course, I knew very little about the actual game and was just kind of playing it based on vibes, I was always like, why would I try to save Mustadio? I don't understand. That just makes it harder.
Does it actually change anything?
It does, actually. So it not only changes the objective of the map, of course, where if Mustadio dies, you lose, but if you choose not to save him, you lose some Brave permanently.
Oh, this is the other Brave map. I was thinking Mandalia Plains and the fight with Algus are the two Braves. But
you might be right, Ludo. It might be gaining Brave if you save him and not losing if you don't, but I know there's a Brave shift regardless.
Yeah, there's two maps that can give permanent Brave improvements. The Algus one can give a permanent Brave reduction.
Right, and things are kind of popping off here. Full life coming through. I believe that's on the Lancer?
Well, you also lose against Algus if you let
Ninja.
him live for 4 turns, so...
One Hamido, but does block the second strike of it, but Shuriken is going to... No, Shuriken is not going to put the Lancer down. He is going to eat a counter throw in return. Some haste, some slows wearing off there, but a gunshot puts the Lancer down. Can't block that.
Oof.
This Ninja getting incredible luck with its Hamidos.
Oof. Can't Hamido that.
Here comes a hefty Odin. Gonna kill one and weaken another. It is just that Oracle, and the 2 stabs gonna bring her down. That is 2-1 for Kjata.
Kjata once again proving that large maps are his major weakness, but the rest he can handle. We have another Kjata match, Cross 1 versus Kjata 1. Shrug versus Return to the 36 Chambers. Another Wu-Tang reference. For Shrug, we have Just My Random Thoughts. First off, a Materia Blade Draw Out Knight with HP Restore and Attack Up. And no accessory. We checked. That's intentional. Or an accident, but actually how it was submitted, so whatever. Uh, Mediator with a Stone Gun, White Magic, Meat Bone Slash, and Guts. Chemist with Madlimgan, Genji Shield, Dance Arrow Guard, and a Faith Rod Wizard with Basic Skill, Auto Potion, and Short Charge. On the other side, for the 36 Chambers, we have a Weapon Guard Abandoned Ninja, getting both of the passive, air quote, reactions here. Very resilient to physical attacks. ODB the Gust, Method Man the Knight with HP Restore, Martial Arts, and Punch Art. Not quite a Lancer, but significantly larger. RZA the Lancer with 2 swords, another punchy Lancer, while still getting the benefit of a shield.
Those Punch Lancers definitely very strong. Even with the nerf from last month, still a very hefty unit.
We go to Large Map 100, Public Cemetery. Is cross-advantaged here because it's a Kjata team.
Huge map, of course. Going to take a few turns to get in range of each other. The Chemist is going to start dancing nice and early. A haste 2 on 2 units here, but doesn't hit itself, actually.
Must be bad, compat. Your own worst enemy.
A hefty shuriken into that knight there.
Polka Polka is a pretty big deal against a team with a knight, a ninja, and a lancer.
Especially with punch art, that PA definitely impacting punches hugely.
No lands there, though. Or at least none that mattered.
Earth Slash gonna finish the knight off. Does not hit friendly ghost. There's 2 stabs into the Chemistry. She goes down very quickly. It is already a 2v4, but a Blizzard could even some things up here.
Oof,
That's
a near fatal and a kill.
Ghost is going to go ahead and back up, and an Undead, of course, being a near fatal, a very bad thing. You definitely usually want him to die. Earth Slash will drop the Mediator down low, but not enough to kill. Ninja stands back up and defies pain.
And there's a full life coming out on the knight.
Might gets the Murasame, and it does hurt the Undead, of course.
That looks like a Mjolnir.
I think you're correct. Yeah, if it was an explosion, it probably would have come out already.
Mjolnir has been sped up as well, so...
This is true. Knight does get a chance to Earth Slash again before it goes down. Does kill that Mediator. Ninja Shuriken again. Oh, it's a Dark Holy. Gotcha. I mean, that'll definitely kill. Ghost is going to run away again. Lancer is probably going to... Yep, sure did kill that wizard. No surprise there. 2 stabs, that will do it. Knight goes down, and Kjata takes the first game over cross.
Kjata taking the large map is a good sign for Kjata. Small Rio Veins Castle.
Alright, a shuriken, but does get the meat bone in return. Wither does not finish him off. A guts proc will keep him alive. Wave fist into the chemist, but she is still standing as well.
Sure enough, good old guts.
Lancer's going to haste 2 again. Let's see if it'll land on him this time. A power source going to bring the mediator back up to healthy. The chemist does step into range for that haste. Lancer does not haste himself yet again. Heaven's Cloud just enough to kill the ninja. Ghost is still plenty healthy from it, but Wizard says, let's see if we can do something about that. Kills the Ghost. Knight takes a lot of damage. The ninja stands back up with the Defy Pain, moves back into the back there.
The chemist is down to a repeating fist. And again, the wizard takes a dive to the Lancer, looking to see pretty close to a repeat of last match.
Another meat bone from the mediator. That'll be a hell cry. Breaks the gun and gets the kill, so even if the mediator were to get back up, he's going to be a lot less effective. Heaven's Cloud is going to kill the ninja, but it is a 2-on-1, and both those two are plenty healthy, so not sure this lone knight is going to be able to take it, but could prove me wrong. Not that way, it doesn't.
We have seen stranger things.
Well, and that will do it, though. A pretty quick victory there, and that is a 2-0 for Kjata.
Whoops. I appear to have frozen the game one moment.
Huh.
System pause. Okay. There we go. There we go.
All right. On to the fourth match of the night. That is going to be my first team versus Vana Krisum.
The Legion versus Infect. That's not what I wanted to hit.
All right, the Legion. We have Tribunus, the Marksman. 12 speed with that start haste from the escutcheon. Does have time magic for a haste 2. Fun fact, she has exactly enough MP for 1 haste 2 and nothing else. She does have catch to try and eat any early throws that might interrupt that, and sicken with that Night Killer to do some extra damage after that. Moving on, we have Legatus the Samurai. 13 PA, does have attack up and two-handing in that Kiku Ichimonji. So lots of damage, 410 HP coming from that Barbuda, and the bronze armor for some status resists barrier to keep him up as well. Third up, we have Hestatus the Monk, 501 HP with that Barbuda and Genji armor, courtesy of the equipped armor. HP restore, steal for a little bit of extra support. It is a very, very tanky boy. And finally, we have...
Will you be saying Ha status after all the effects that this other team applies?
That's true. We have Ballesterius the Mediator. Has that stone gun, has an Aegis shield as well for a lot of magic evade. Does have counter equip shield, white magic for some team support, and that move HP up to keep itself healthy. 4 undead on the team, of course, so if anybody does go down, they can get back up.
On the other side, for Infect, we have Azuri the Lancer with Hamido, Martial Arts, and Punch Art. Hamido for long range spear. Atraxa the Morble, Bad Breath. What more is there to say? Vraska the Angry Bird. And Tekuthal the Lancer, this one with HP Restore, Guts, and Dance for, of course, Nameless, with a Genji Gauntlet and Reflect Mail to protect itself. We go to large map 125 to begin. And yes, Hero has noticed the theme.
Definitely excited for more previews to come out for the next set. I want to see what other characters are completed. Alright, that is going to be that start haste 2, of course, and does get it off before anybody on the team gets an action. 3 hastes lands, of course. Speaking of hastes, there's 3 hastes coming out from the other team as well. Don't move start on the Lancer, so she is going to do nothing but dance. Going to take a shot at the bird. A Heartache Strike lands a slow. That's big. An Earth Slash takes her out, but also does a lot of damage to the bird. Bird is considerably weakened now.
But unfortunately not in near fatal, and that means the bird will continue to do things.
Lands a silence on the monk, not huge, but a don't move on the a target, that'll kill. Don't move on the mediator is a bummer. Move up, get the spin fist on 2, decent damage, doesn't proc any reactions there.
Just a tentacle to set poison.
But a barrier gonna keep that samurai even healthier.
The bird is back up.
The unfortunately still out of gun range for the mediator. Don't move on the samurai now as well, unfortunately. But he is still in plenty range to target that bird back down. Monk is going to move over and I presume probably spin fist again. No, moves into the back and goes for a steel heart on the Lancer. A bold choice. Does not land. Another tentacle, just 48 damage, not a ton. Barrier going up again.
The hastes are off now on both sides.
Still, procs another don't move on the mediators. The mediator is just not able to do anything. 169 swing into the Morble, so not a small hit. Throat punch stops the dance.
That does end the performance, but this revive coming on the back half is probably going to make a difference to move order.
Morble tentacles again. Yep, the bird gets an action, but it opts to fly back and go for a gaze on the monk. Does not land. 99 HP stab on the monk, not going to do a hell of a lot. Samurai's going to move up and throw stone. 102, a hefty throw stone, puts the bird back down, and the monk is going to go for another steel heart on the Lancer and lands it. And it has been long enough that the archer stands back up. Heartache Strike onto the Morble, lands a Berserk. Not my first choice, but, you know, it happens. Wave Fist, the Samurai does finally go down. Oh, and the Mediator gets an action. The archer is close enough to get walled.
Actually hitting harder than Tentacle, thanks to the Berserk.
And it goes down to the poison. 154, the Mediator finally able to get those gunshots off.
And the bird once again back up.
196, that wind strike is gonna drop the monk down. The Charmed Lancer, though, kills the bird. 102 Mediator is still up and healthy enough. Gonna persuade the Morble, gets the stop.
It's an Earth Slash, and that does finish
Oof.
off. Game 1 goes to Vana Krisum.
My team was opting to try and set statuses rather than kill. Definitely did not play out for them.
We go to 117 for the small map. Checkerboard 1.
See if the small map plays out a little better for my team. Might make a difference here. That Mediator being out of range for any actions for so long. Pretty rough terrain here, though. Definitely not going to help my Samurai out any, not going to do him any favors.
It's kind of funny how Checkerboard Land is 3 different maps that just edit where the teams start.
There is that triple haste, of course. Bird going to move over and is going to go for a wind strike rather than hasting. Does kill that archer immediately.
That is good compatibility, pretty likely.
Ooh, and a wave fist on the Mediator is going to hurt a lot. Hamido, the Samurai, doesn't get his action at all, and my team is immediately on the back foot, but Throat Punch interrupts the Nameless Dance before it can get any actions. Tentacle is dodged. Mediator is charging a wall on itself. Bird gonna go for a gaze on the monk, and that lands a Petrify. That is almost certainly gonna be it for my team. We will see. 221, a pretty hefty hit.
Persuade does not at 74%.
Just not getting any kind of luck this game, so this is probably gonna be it. The Morble is kind of trapped back there, and the Samurai gets a kill on the bird.
That Morble being trapped is pretty funny, actually. I don't think it has the jump to jump down. I think it literally can't do anything.
Revive on the bird. The Samurai is doing his best to stay up. A Throwstone is going to put the bird back down, and there is a chance the archer could stand up. So there is a chance I'm still in it. We'll see here.
Trapped Morble.
Yeah, I guess petrifying the monk in that particular spot was actually a little bit of a boon for my team. And the archer does stand back up. She is going to take a Heartache Strike and lands a Confusion on the Lancer. Silence on the archer, but that's not really going to do much of anything.
Yeah, Nameless,
A
oof.
giant crit and a proc. Slow on the Morble, not really going to do anything. The Lancer revives my archer for 48 damage. Persuade on the Morble does not land, but team is standing back up, so actually it looks like I've weathered the storm for long enough that I'm in a pretty good position here.
Oh, there's his Confusion.
And does remove poison from the Samurai. That might save its life. Sleep. Oh, and a big hit on the Sleeping Lancer and a proc. There's a crystal. The Mediator is not going to pick it up. It's just going to shoot the Lancer down. So it is just that trapped Morble.
What a brutal set of circumstances.
The Petrified Monk really just the MVP of this match.
Harkening back to the days of 1-3 when this was part of a strategy to block people in.
Wow, and the Petrified Monk, the MVP, ties it up 1-1. We are going to the medium map.
Medium map 90 for the decider. Germinus Peak.
Here, I believe there's also a strat on one of the maps for petrifying a unit in order to farm catches, to farm throws from high-level enemy ninjas.
Gaze
Bird
right
opening,
out of the gate.
but is guarded by that Aegis shield, that extra magic evade. There's a Heartache Strike on the bird. He's going to land the Charm. That could be big.
Or
the Samurai can
not.
just do nothing. God damn it, Samurai. You fucking idiot. Oh, but a throat punch does put the bird down. Birds not known for their strong necks. 147 shot into the Lancer.
You gotta protect your neck.
A lick removes the don't move. One confusion on the archer. She is going to shoot my Samurai in the back. That is unfortunate. Monk is going to move down and is going to go for the Steel Heart on the Lancer. Does not land it. And that is going to remove that confusion. I believe that's an Esuna, if I'm not mistaken. A huge Spin Fist into the Monk. Monk is still very healthy, but that was a lot of damage. Yep, Esuna going to remove the confusion from the archer, so she gets a chance to move forward and do some more stuff. Samurai going to move up as well, but not in range to do anything.
There's the bad breath.
Uh-oh.
Poison Oil Darkness, or Discord, rather.
Another Steel Heart. Do kind of wish he was, you know, doing offensive actions instead of that, but, you know, here we are. It's the world we're in. Another wall being charged up. I think that was on the Samurai. Poison on the Mediator.
Poisons all around. The hastes are off.
The Samurai is in range to act now, but gets Hamido'd and goes down to the poison. Monk does eat a big spear stab too, and he is very low. Did not get an HP restore proc, unfortunately. Archer gonna move up nice and high, shoot the Morble for decent damage. Gonna Stigma Magic himself, removes all the statuses except for oil.
Which doesn't even do anything.
Shot into the back of the Morble, gonna bring it down kind of low, but Mediator is gonna eat a tentacle in return.
More nameless dancing.
Confusion onto the Monk. Archer moves to a position where she can't do anything from. Wave Fist kills the Mediator, no big surprise there. The Monk is confused, but is going to opt to... does disarm the Lancer while confused.
Not that she attacks much anyways.
Lands a don't move on the Archer, so she is just up on the hillside doing stuff. Monk goes down, but she's in an okay position. Morble certainly can't do anything to her. And the Lancer is going to opt to pick up the crystal. Can't really get to the Archer either. She's still not able to do anything, but she is burning turns here, waiting for the undead to be able to stand back up. Lancer gets in range, and a giant repeating fist drops her down before the undead get up, and that is 2-1 for Vana Krisum.
All will be one. Anyways, for our next match, we have Love Card Magic 3 versus Sardek 3. The Ninja Gaiden Birds versus Everything Old is New Again. We have Ikaruga the Squire with item, auto potion, and throw item. And then pair of Ninja Gaiden birds and a black chocobo. Storm Eagle and Spiral Pegasus. On the other side, we have a third Ninja Gaiden bird, Dredge the Marksman, featuring Attack Up, Lava Bolt, and CT Save. Also, Small Mantle Strengthening Fire. Clean Up the Chemist with a book, Overflow, Counterflood, and Elemental. And Lumberjack the Squire with Tidal Axe for target, along with Weapon Guard and Sicken. We go to 59. Also, I guess this is pretty relevant. Aquarius, Gemini, yeah, whatever. Different triangles. Best and worst with Leo on the Squire, which is my Squire and Marksman. So, bad compatibility with this bird and two members of my team.
That is pretty beneficial for you.
It is, in fact. 59 for our large map. I keep finding myself on this map.
It does seem to happen a lot.
It does not usually go well for me.
There's a haste onto the bird and the chemist. This bird gonna haste the Squire and the Chocobo. The hasted Chocobo is just steady wiggling there.
Just some early positioning.
Yep, such a big map with a little bit of terrain as well. Going to take a little time for people to get in range of each other. There is a shot from the Night Killer into the bird. Bird does get a CT save, so acts immediately afterwards and goes for the Wind Strike on the Squire. 147, some decent damage. And a 124 after is going to bring him low, but an auto potion brings him back out of near fatal.
And of course, the Petrify War begins.
Bird opts to Tailwind again rather than moving into range of something and having an action, but, you know, that's how the AI does it sometimes. A Choco Ball, but not a ton of chance to hit, and it sure is guarded by that archer.
Temporal
Strike. Woof.
Wind Strike
Wind
finishes. Yep. Going for a Wind Strike on the Chemist. Counterflood with no proc.
This bird is kind of throwing a little bit here.
Well, it happens on both sides, so...
Chocobo going to take another chance to Choco Ball onto the Chemist this time and does get a kill with it. But he is killed by that Lava Bolt in return. Here comes a Gaze, going to attempt to petrify the Squire and lands it.
Going for the Archer. 28%.
Yep, that is only a 28%, so does not land. Big surprise there. One bird petrifies another. Bird opts to Tailwind itself for some reason.
Heal now covering Petrify is one of the buffs this past month. Having access to Depetrify on basic skill is one of the ways that birds got nerfed.
Bird opting to rehaste its already hasted self rather than attempt to return the Gaze. target onto the bird, 170, and lands the poison from the Sicken. CT save lets it act, does go for the Petrify, does not land it. 65% misses. That's the third miss, I think, from that bird. And it eats a lava bolt and goes down.
Sardek 3 takes game 1. We go to small map 43 for the second.
The opening tailwind, of course. This bird not opting to tailwind is just going to go for the gaze on the other bird, but does not land it. Second bird going to try the same thing, just trying to take that other bird out of commission immediately. 2 misses on the gazes. Bad luck. 100 damage shot onto it, and that CT save does proc, so the bird is going to get an action pretty soon here. Chocobo going to go ahead and Choco Ball into the Chemist. 171, not small damage. Counter Flood and lands the Sleep.
And a Chakra for the Chemist. Also worth noting that my bird is hasted, but LCM's birds are not.
With that Lava Bolt, 240 damage into the bird. And then a book right after, but the bird dodges it. Gonna fly down and is going to gaze onto the Squire instead. Still does not land it. LCM just having some terrible luck with these gazes. Wind strikes into the Chemist and kills.
Wind Strike doesn't miss, though.
Notably, the birds have to attempt to gaze each other because they cannot wind strike each other. Sardek's bird is petrified. 323 target from that big axe strike.
Is actually backwards. Both of love-colored magic birds were petrified.
Sorry, it was LCM's birds, yes.
Phoenix down for the Chocobo, and it immediately goes.
Flies to the other side of that roof and heals itself.
Only a 90 with Auto Potion. That's gotta be worst compatibility.
That wind strike for 147, but another 90 healed with the Auto Potion, so Squire's still healthy enough and lands the soft. So LCM's bird gets another shot here. Is going to wind strike into the Squire for 196. Good damage, but Squire does get his action right after and targets the Chocobo back down.
My bird elects to haste and get out of there. An Archer going for the 240 to near fatal the other bird. Not what you want if you're love-colored magic.
This bird is going to haste itself and fly into the corner. Phoenix down brings a Chocobo back up. Sardek's bird going to haste itself.
If that Chemist was dead, she stood back up. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, the Chemist is undead, so. Choco Cure, and then a Wind Strike, Auto Potion. The Squire having good luck with those, but LCM's team not in a good spot. Oh, but a soft being thrown over there to unpetrify. Chocobo goes back down. LCM's bird is re-petrified immediately.
124, but again an Auto Potion.
Squire is trying to keep himself up as best he can, but it's not going to last too long. A target for 90 and Sicken, Auto Potion. Wind Strike into the back. Does hit. Auto Potion.
That always defend really doing work.
It is just a matter of time here. Another 90. Auto Potion. Truly incredible luck.
Not this time.
Bird opts to go fast rather than fishing for a gaze. Mega Potion.
Well, this might take a minute.
No proc that time. Squire is going to move up and is going to Phoenix down the bird. Poison
Choco
takes
Cure.
the Squire to low, but Choco Cure is a hefty heal.
No, defense does not reduce poison damage.
Chocobo, of course, does go right back down to Lava Bolt. Chemist is at 0, so is going to stand back up pretty soon here. Exactly, Fig. Sardek's bird just kind of hanging out on the other side, doing bird things.
Well, it can't really get into the action, so it's just not. Chemist is back up.
Picks up the crystal to heal herself to full. Having the third source of damage there may make a difference in bringing this Squire down.
Infinisquire. Chocobo taking a bath.
Dies out in the water. That might be out of range for that Phoenix down. Here comes the bird. There's a Wind Strike for 147.
And a soft.
Alright, LCM's bird gets a chance to act again. Target onto the Squire does get the kill. Wind Strike from the bird onto the Squire, but some damage. Not going to take long to put out enough damage to kill this bird here, and the bird certainly can't do anything to save itself from that gaze. That is going to be it, a 2-0 for Sardek.
We go to the final match of the night, Ludo 2 versus Fig 2. I made this team versus It's Time. Oh hey, Kjata followed. I guess traditionally you're supposed to thank people for that, so thanks. I don't know, I don't do Twitch much. For Ludo, we have I made this team, Lemon Horror the Thief. Featuring Weapon Guard, Short Charge, and Time Magic. If I recall correctly, there's Gravy 2 on this thief that does some pretty obscene things.
Sure is.
Really, in front of my salad, the Spellblade with Elemental Counterflood Overflow, another popular Spellblade build. Stake the Black Chocobo, and Stake the Knight with White Magic Auto Potion and Maintenance. With Heroic Gloves to prevent those dead shenanigans, and Genji Helmet to protect against the worst of the statuses. On the other side, Fig 2, It's Time. Time for your spanking. We have a Golem Axe Monk for the extra PA, and Weapon Guard for the extra evasion, and with Leather Mantle for 40% spell evasion, this is just a very evasive monk. Double Scorpion Tail Ninja with attack up and red shoes. This one does a lot of damage. And with 309 hit points, surprisingly durable for a ninja. Spellblade with Whale Whisker and Kaiser Plate with Drought, MP Switch, and Magic Attack Up. This is a classic samurai Spellblade. And the Oracle with Faith Rod, Rubber Shoes to cancel the lightning weakness, Short Charge, and White Magic. WEV has always been front and side, both in vanilla and this. We go to large map 115. The Banished Fort. Thief doing the thing that designed to do. With that big old Gravy 2 coming out.
Absolutely. Getting... Does only hit one.
And a chakra to mitigate. Chocobo flying. Jinx,
Flying
I guess,
right
is that
up
a thing?
over, yeah.
Yeah, getting right in, but splitting from the team, so that might be a little dangerous.
A Confused 2 coming back on that Thief does land, so the Thief might do some work on its own team here. Does hit the Spellblade, gets Don't Moved by the Counter Flood, and does go down immediately afterwards. That was brutal overkill from the ninja.
Gets Don't Moved even harder from the ninja.
Hell, Ivy dropping that monk super low and is probably going to die to this. Did not die to it, but it did break the accessory. But a Defy Pain, 225 healing, so the monk is pretty healthy now. 207 Chocoball, though, going to bring him right back down low.
That's a cheery, alright. Oof.
Alright. The auto potion, so the knight is still a little healthier than he would otherwise be, but the Chocobo goes right down.
Ninja doing what she does.
Bonkers damage from that ninja. Ooh, 308, a huge whack into the black Chocobo. Even that very tanky knight cannot stand up to those swings. That is a pretty handy victory for Fig.
Small map 97 may also be in the ninja's favor. I like how you can see through the house there. It's convenient.
You were never intended to look from this direction.
Quick Demi 2.
Half the HP on both of those units gone, but all the HP on the Thief gone in return.
Just as a matter of record. Aquarius, so Gemini, Libra would have to be, and that's Gemini, so they are good compat. So, yeah, that is a good compat attack. That's why the ninja is crunching on the Thief.
Ninja is brought right back up by the monk. Chocobo is probably going to put the... Oh no, Chocobo goes for a shot on the monk. All right. .368, a crit from the stick bonk.
That is a huge hit.
And a Paralyze on the Knight as well, but Ninja's going to move up and take out this Chocobo in one action. Goes down for her crimes, but Spellblade, let's see here. Spellblade going to move up and is going to stick bonk the Knight back down. Both of these teams extremely lethal hits. So just playing Rocket Tag back and forth.
Yeah, both teams being on the same Zodiac Triangle really making an impact on this match.
Carved Model lands the Petrify on the Monks. The Monk is back out of the action right after getting resurrected.
Looks like a Death Spell 2 coming out to cancel it, though.
And then, oh, and that crystal is picked up by the Spellblade. Did need the healing, but does prevent it from coming out from anybody else. A stop. But a Death Spell should also... Yep, Death Spell removes the stop and the Petrify, so full life coming out on the Ninja. That Spellblade is in trouble.
Yeah, when your whole plan is to be overflow with Elemental, and there's a Death Spell 2 and an Asuna on the other side, that doesn't usually end well for you.
And a handy 2-0 Fig takes it over Ludo to close out the night.
Yep. As always, some exciting matches. Good to see that Two Birds is not quite as broken as we expected it to be. Went down in a quick 2-0. Well, quick being a relative term with that game, too. Axes and Flails showing their power. Just a bunch of interesting things coming out tonight. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching, and thanks again for participating, and again, big thanks to Korremar for being so excellent in the caster booth.
Happy to help. Good evening, y'all. We will catch you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.